WCBI Sunrise Saturday starts now.
All right, that's a cool shot, isn't it, how it pulls back there. Good morning, friends. I'm Allie Martin.
And I'm Sadie Morris.
Good to have you here, Miss Sadie. Today is time for Sunrise Saturday. We're in a new month. It is November the 2nd. We were just talking about this. There are only 53 more days left until Christmas. I mean, it is counting down for sure. And if you're looking for some other holidays to celebrate today, well, we've got a few for you to choose from. November 2nd is Cookie Monster Day. That's the puppet, I guess, right? From Sesame Street. Do you even know about Cookie Monster?
I do. I watch Sesame Street. I'm not that young.
Okay.
I still watch Sesame Street.
There's some photos somewhere, and I'll have to dig them up, of course, when I was a kid, Sesame Street was just starting. So they had all the puppets, and that was a new thing. And there's somewhere some photos of me and Cookie Monster puppets and Ernie and Bert and Big Bird doing some puppet shows and stuff.
That's sweet.
Because I didn't have any other brothers or sisters, and I was an only child and didn't have a whole lot of friends. So Cookie Monster and them were my friends.
Aw,
we'll have to find
sweet.
those photos.
Yeah.
It is also National Book Lovers Day. Books are good, right?
They are,
you like to read?
For sure. Yeah, as a kid, I read a lot. Now I don't read as much because, I'm a busier person
yeah, I mean,
now.
You're busy. Do you do the audiobooks or like the...
I like a good podcast, but sometimes an audiobook.
Yeah, I like to hold the books. All right, there are other holidays celebrated today, too. National Deviled Egg Day. I don't like deviled eggs. Do you like deviled eggs?
They're okay. It depends.
And it's also Pumpkin Destruction Day.
Yeah.
We're not going to destroy those, but I guess that's because Halloween is over, right?
Thanksgiving. You can have pumpkins for Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. I wasn't aware of any of those holidays, but, I always learned so much doing all the research for this show. Well, you have a fun show ahead for you. We got guests in studio who are going to tell us about a fun bowl-a-thon for St. Jude. That's coming up soon. Also, the locally owned Midas Car Repair Shop is giving away a car, and they're looking for a deserving person. All that and so much more, but first up, meteorologist Sadie Morris has a first look at your forecast, and there's some fog in the forecast today. Look at that.
It is very foggy. This fog shouldn't remain once the sun starts to warm us up just a bit here. We won't see it fully covering our view, but right now at Mississippi State, you can see just how thick that fog is, and that'll last here over the next hour or so. And you can see those tailgate tents starting to pop up because it is Saturday morning, and we actually have a homecoming game. But I want to show the difference here between Mississippi State and Columbus. So where some of us are seeing more of that sunshine, here in Columbus, actually a bright blue sky and even some sunshine peeking through. So just something to know. We've got that mix of sun and clouds today, but it is going to remain humid across the board. All of us, it's going to be feeling pretty sticky as you're stepping outside today, and we'll stay dry throughout the weekend. It's Tuesday that we're going to see our next chance of rain. So on our satellite and radar, you can see that we have some of that variable cloud cover, not super heavy, but for some of us causing some of that patchy fog there. Temperatures today, we'll see a high of 80, and we're really in the 80s across the board for the southeast. Allie?
All right, thank you much. Well, here's some stories we've been following this week. In Louisville, Winston Plywood and Veneer loaded up donations to help survivors of recent hurricanes Helene and Milton. The community stepped up to provide essential supplies for those impacted by the storm damage. Schools, businesses, churches, and community members donated blankets, clothes, toiletries, and other items to send to those in the affected areas. Well, as we fall back this weekend, don't forget that, it is a good reminder to check your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. The Aberdeen Fire Department stresses the importance of those functioning smoke detectors throughout your home, including in every bedroom, hallway, and sleeping area. Carbon monoxide detectors also essential in homes with natural gas, since carbon monoxide is invisible and odorless, often called the silent killer. The fire department also recommends unplugging items like curling irons and heaters and keeping space heaters at least 3 feet away from flammables to help prevent fires.
Having a good working smoke detector is very important. Maintenance check on them, you would really want to check it at least once a week. Just pick your day out the week where you check it and make sure it's working properly. And if it's not working properly, get your batteries changed. And if it keep going off chirping, that's a sign that something is wrong with it. And batteries don't fix it. If new batteries don't fix that problem, please put a new one up.
And I always encourage my wife to unplug that curling iron, but she doesn't always listen, so I'm going to get in trouble for that. If you need help checking or installing smoke or carbon monoxide detectors, the Aberdeen Fire Department says you can contact them for some assistance. The new district attorney for the 1st Circuit Court District took the oath of office during a ceremony in Tupelo this week. Jason Herring was sworn in by Judge Paul Funderburk. The 53-year-old has served as a trial attorney and also as a lawyer for the Police Benevolent Association, handling officer-involved shootings. Herring was appointed by Governor Tate Reeves to replace John Weddle, who was named to the Mississippi Court of Appeals. Herring says he'll aggressively prosecute felony cases while using a common-sense approach.
There are cases where you have a 19-year-old perhaps that has no prior offenses that goes and gets 4 Adderalls out of his mother's medicine cabinet and gets caught with that. Well, that's a felony. It can be prosecuted as a felony, but there are a lot of avenues in our criminal justice system to handle that particular case, to give that young man or lady a second chance, as compared to, the 2-time convicted felon that's out here slinging 100 dosage units of fentanyl 2 blocks from our high school. That's the guy that we're going to be focusing on.
And a special election will take place in November of 2025. Voters will decide who will fill the remainder of the DA's term, which runs through January of 2027. Well, it's very rare to see a husband and a wife working in the same job, especially when they're both at the head of their departments. That's the case, though, when it comes to the police chiefs in Ackerman and Eupora. Our Kamari Hamer talked with the top cops, and he learned that the chiefs have been depending on each other for over 2 decades, making their jobs a little bit easier.
Lawrence Carradine is the chief of police in Eupora. Martha Carradine is the chief in Ackerman. The two have been married for 26 years, and they each have the task of protecting and serving their cities.
It's a good thing, because if I need help, he's right like 15 or 20 minutes away. So for me, it's pretty good. I got my ace in the hole.
If you're doing something, you think you have to ask, hey, you think that's right or you think that's wrong? She don't just tell you the truth. She don't just tell you like it is and be done with it. And y'all talk about a lot of things, and it helps us out a whole lot. Especially when I'm looking for somebody, got a warrant for somebody, and I can send it over there to her, and she'll send the warrants over to me, and everything get taken care of. We work together good together.
Chief Lawrence Carradine has been in his position for nearly 3 years, and Chief Martha Carradine has been in her position for 1 month. They say their passion for law enforcement comes from wanting to be there for others.
We love, helping people. We've always been that way, and, that's just the way we are.
My mother taught us, to care about people. And my daddy, he was a security guard. When I was little, when you're little, you see your daddy come in with that uniform on, and then you go around the police officers and stuff like that, and you want to see the blue lights, you hear them talking, you get excited, then you grows up, and you want to help.
Even though they are head of their departments in neighboring cities, they say it's not about trying to outdo one another. It's all about making sure the citizens in their cities are safe.
It's just like a normal thing. We've been married for so long, it's just, we got our jobs. We try our best not to take them home. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we don't.
Is there any competitions like I made more arrests today, I wrote more tickets, or we have a safe city day? Any type of competition between y'all?
It really ain't no competition, because as long as we get it done, we enjoy it.
That's a great story. Chief Lawrence Carradine is from Eupora, and Chief Martha Carradine is from Choctaw County. They say it's special being able to be the chiefs of their hometowns. Well, coming up, we have Midas car giveaway. We're going to tell you all about that, how you can nominate somebody who's deserving, who might need a vehicle. We have more Sunrise Saturday after the break. All right, friends, welcome back to Sunrise Saturday. We're here at the Midas in Tupelo for the second year. They're going to give a vehicle away to a deserving person. With us now, Ron and Jason. Thank you all so much for being with us. Tell us about this. Y'all did this last year. How does this work?
Yeah, so last year we wanted to come together and to help the community in some way, and we came up with the Driving Forward campaign. to try to give to a family in need, you know, who could use a break like this, like a vehicle, reliable vehicle transportation for their family. We had a lot of people reach out to us, and we were able to find someone that was very deserving of the vehicle we gave away last year. We had a committee that was able to decide on who this went to, and it went to a really beautiful family. So we're excited to do it again this year. We want to give back to the community. That's a big thing, big driver for us here at Midas is cars don't run without proper care, neither do communities, and that's why we're doing both.
That's awesome. And tell us about the vehicle. This is it behind us, and we're going to have some more video of it. It's a Ford Flex.
Yes, a 2013 Ford Flex. Nice, big, roomy, 3 rows.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, nice leather interior, a little bit of luxury to it. It's a nice vehicle. So
very good. And so, Mr. Ron, tell us. People are watching this. They say, "Well, how do I nominate?" Because you do this from nominations, right? People need to nominate deserving people in the community. How does that work?
They essentially go online. They can send an email to nominate@midasautomotive.com.
Okay.
We'll have a committee to go through those, select the winner, and we'll select the most deserving person.
Right. And in December, right before Christmas, is when you'll announce it. And last year, I remember y'all had a lot of folks out here. It was a big celebration last year because it's a big deal.
Sure, we had the local community really get behind us. Our B&I group, several people made donations, gift cards. It really became a huge success.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great way, like you said, you know, y'all are here, part of the community, right? So you're part of the community and you want to give back, and what a great way to do it. I mean, we know that times are tough right now, and you're looking for that person. You're looking for the person who has a need. So when they're doing these nominations, they need to really point that out about why this person has a need for a vehicle, right?
yes, exactly. I mean, we had so many good qualified kind of, I guess, candidates, for lack of a better word, come through last year. That's why we implemented the committee to have someone, you know, kind of independent choose and kind of really go through the story of each individual. We actually did reach out to some of them beforehand. Actually, all the candidates that we were considering beforehand to try to just make sure we had all the information. And if we could give away 20 cars, we would, you know, and maybe 5 years from now you come back, well, we will be. But, you know, that's the thing, is that we want to give back to the community. We want to help someone that's in need. We're locally owned and operated. This is giving back to the local community. That's what we strive to do.
Awesome. And tell us one more time, give us that email and the website, because people will need that to get those nominations in. And is there a deadline also?
We're looking at pretty much by December 10th to have them all in at the latest. But we're looking, it goes to nominate@midasautomotive.com. We've done over 50 local events this year, so we're really ingrained in the community, and we want to be able to use this as an opportunity to really give back.
Awesome. That's great. That's a great example of a great corporate citizen. So thank you all for doing this. Be sure you get those nominations in, and we will be here on the day that it's announced, the winners announced, because that is so much fun. Those are our kind of stories, especially right before Christmas, the season of giving. Thank you all so much. Get the nominations in, and we're going to have more Sunrise Saturday on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere.
WCBI First Alert Forecast with Sadie Morris.
Well, happy Saturday, and thanks for sticking with us. It's 9:18 now. We have some heavy fog really across the area here in Starkville, Mississippi State University's live cam. You can see some tailgating is already starting to kick off for that game this afternoon. It's the homecoming game. We will see this fog start to clear over the next few hours. We'll remain in the 70s for most of the day. We'll get up to 80 though as our high. A mix of sun and clouds. We will see mostly clouds, but some peaks of sun are possible. It's going to be pretty humid though. Definitely going to be feeling that stickiness outside today. So although we aren't sweltering hot, we are pretty humid and sticky. We're going to have a mild week ahead though in these lower 80s and upper 70s for most of us. Clouds and radar wise, we're really clear as far as rain goes across the board. A few pockets here to our southern areas in Meridian area, but really for us here at home, pretty clear, just those pockets of fog and just some heavier cloud cover for your Saturday morning. Temperature-wise, making us pretty mild, not much sunshine heating us up right now in the 60s, 62 in Columbus, 64 in Aberdeen, only 58 up in Iuka. But look at these dew points, almost as close as those temperatures, so it's very, very sticky outside. So our muggy meter definitely very noticeable as far as how humid it is. If you are planning on getting out to the UMass game here for Mississippi State, it's at 3:15 in Starkville, so homecoming game, and it's going to be a big one. So definitely, if you're getting out to that, just keep in mind no rain chances. Some sunshine will be peeking through those clouds. We'll be in the 70s, 79 at 3 p.m., 75 as you're leaving the game there around 6 p.m. Weekend outlook, we're in the 80s today, 80 for your Saturday, but by Sunday, a little bit more sun, pretty mild, 83 is your high. Well, let's take a look at these next rain chances. We're clear for the weekend and clear for Monday. It's Tuesday on Election Day. We bring back that rain chance. We have about a 40% chance of rain, so we'll see some isolated showers for your Tuesday, and those start to die off by Wednesday and Thursday, dwindling down there through the later part of the week. But for most of us here, we are going to stay dry for the weekend. Here's a look at your Saturday and Sunday. Really, it's just this heavy cloud cover that remains the big picture. Not going to see any rain for your weekend, so looking to that 7-day. Tuesday is that next rain chance in the 80s, even peeking into the 70s there by Wednesday.
All right, I like the music. I'm getting a little groove on the music there. What do you think?
Dance for us,
Joyce? Right, later on. So welcome back to Sunrise Saturday. We have Neil and Joyce here. We're talking about a really great fundraiser for St. Jude, something near and dear to all of our hearts. Miss Joyce, you're having a bowl-a-thon 2 weeks from today, and tell us about it. It's in Tupelo.
It will be in Tupelo, right behind IHOP at the Event Zona Bowling Alley. We will need teams of 4 for $50.
Mm-hmm.
Shoes are free. Come and bowl with us. If you can't come bowl with us, please give a donation because it's a good thing and it's going to the children of St. Jude.
That's right. You've been doing this. I have here a certificate that, of course, you got from St. Jude. You've been doing this for 7 years now, raising money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And, you know, we have a nephew, a lot of folks in the audience know, Jordan Daniel. He's 20 years old now. And when he was 4 months, he was diagnosed with neuroblastoma. And he spent about a year there, but his family never received a bill or anything, and he is alive and well thanks to the Lord and St. Jude. So, Neil, you're here supporting Miss Joyce. She does a lot of stuff for the community.
Miss Joyce is in every community event we have, whether it be St. Jude, Mardi Gras, Christmas Parade, or whatever, she's there. And tomorrow, during Aberdeen's open house downtown, she will be accepting donations and raising money at the Stevens Auction Building, 129 East Commerce.
Okay.
So come downtown, visit for Christmas, and give Miss Joyce a donation.
Awesome.
This is a worthy cause, and she's been doing it for 7 years. And I found an article where she started. First time she raised $395. So she has moved up considerably over the years in what she's doing.
That's awesome.
She's a good asset to everything she does.
And tell us how people can sign up. How can they sign up? Facebook, or do they call you? What's the easiest way to do this?
The easiest way would be to call me. There is a number that you can call. It's a home number. It's 662-369-8498. If you don't get me, leave a message and I'll get back to you. Or if you want to bring a team of 4, just come up to the bowling alley and bowl with us. We'll be fine.
So you can just show up 2 weeks from today, Event Zona there in Tupelo. And how did you come up with this idea?
Well, I saw the small children.
Right.
And the small children is just, you look at them and they're sick, but they're so happy.
Right.
And I thought that was something that I could do for them.
Right.
So last year I raised $5,000. I'd like to do better this year.
You can, and I believe our viewers can certainly help out. They can show up 2 weeks from today. At what time does it happen?
10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
10 to 1 at Event Zona.
790 Moncrief Drive.
Right. You can't miss it. It's right there in the Barnes Crossing Mall area and everything. And like you said, Neil, she's going to be at
and if you come to on the 16th, wish her a happy birthday, because the 17th will be her birthday.
2 weeks, and she already had talked to us earlier. You're going to be 86 years young.
I will.
That's amazing.
And blessed.
That's right. And see, you're blessed. You're still doing stuff for the community. You know, you're not retired, you're not like not doing anything, you're really helping a lot of folks out.
She outdoes me. She outworks me.
But that's good. It gives you something to shoot for.
It does. It's a blessing.
Give us the phone number one more time, just in case folks didn't get that.
369-8498, and I'm in the book.
Okay, you're in the book. I remember the book.
I have a home phone.
I remember the phone book, right?
Yes.
Sifted through that and stuff. Very good. So 2 weeks from today, Event Zona. You can also just show up.
Yes.
Right, absolutely, yes. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Joyce, for your faithfulness, for helping St. Jude and all the families and the patients' families, because so many people are impacted by what they do. And thank you, Neil, for being out here with us.
As always.
Tomorrow at Stevens Auction, you can take up donations, donate something for it. All right, thank you all so much. Get out there in 2 weeks, Event Zona in Tupelo. We'll have more Sunrise Saturday on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere.
Will stay pretty cloudy for your Saturday, some clearing by Sunday, but we're going to be humid really across the board for your weekend. The next rain chance we're seeing is Election Day on Tuesday, so we'll stay dry, but definitely still humid here for these next few days. But
very good, and I like the football there.
Yeah.
Today's the game, the homecoming game.
Homecoming
and look at your nails. You got the nails.
Yeah, you can kind of see them.
Yeah, the maroon nails. That's neat. And look at what Miss Joyce gave me. I want to give her another shout out and of course promote her St. Jude fundraiser.
That's awesome.
Finding cures and saving children. That's what St. Jude does. That's neat. And you mentioned we may have some rain on Tuesday.
Yes, we will.
That's
for sure.
Election Day.
Yes.
So folks, don't let that stop you though from getting out and voting because a little rain won't hurt. And of course, a lot of folks have voted absentee, so that's good. So be sure, get out and vote. All right, we have more Sunrise Saturday coming up on the other side of the break. More fun stuff. We're going to talk to some students in Monroe County. They got to play the role of reporter. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be some fun stuff after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Your WCBI First Alert Forecast with Sadie Morris.
Thanks for sticking with us on your Saturday morning. 9:34 now. We have some heavy cloud cover in Vernon, and that's the story for many of us this morning. Lots of cloud cover, and that's keeping these temperatures pretty mild for us here. Today, we are still above average, though. Average around this time of year, 72, and our high today is 80. So even though we're a bit mild, still warmer than we can expect for this time of year. We'll be in the 70s for most of the day, though, just that high of 80 this afternoon. That mix of sun and clouds. We could see some peak of sun for some of us, but mostly pretty cloudy. It's going to be humid out there as well. But we have a mild week ahead. If you're getting out to the Mississippi State homecoming today at 3:15, it'll be in the 70s. A bit of a breeze out of the east, 79 as we have that kickoff. And by the end of the game in those lower 70s there, 75-ish for there around 5 p.m. Clouds and radar-wise, we don't have any rain on the radar, just a bit there to our south, though, around Meridian area. But overall, here at home, we are pretty clear. It's just that heavy cloud cover that is sticking around for us. But the Climate Prediction Center has actually put us in the moisture trend that is above average for the next 6 to 10 days. So we are expecting some more rainfall over this next few weeks, which is exciting because we have been in a drought. So we need that rain. We're not going to get any this weekend and for your Monday to start off your work week. But by Tuesday, Election Day, keep in mind we have a 40% chance of rain. So definitely a good chance we'll see some rain then and for the rest of your work week. We need it though. Take a look at that drought monitor. Still some of us in Lowndes County and Starkville area in that severe drought there in that burnt orange color. Allie.
All right. Thank you, Sadie. Well, remember the Operation game? It was a fun way to introduce science and medicine. I was never very good at it, but now MSU has high-tech tables that will help students really learn about anatomy and the human body. Charity Johnson looks at how this amazing technology helps students prepare for medical school.
MSU takes dissection to a new level. On Thursday, the university cut the ribbon for its new Anatomage tables. The electronic tables allow students to virtually dissect and study the human body.
I'm excited to be here today to dedicate our new Anatomage lab for our students. These are highly sophisticated tables where you have the human anatomy. You have a 3D, three-dimensional presentation of the human body.
Professor Angus Daw is the department head for MSU's Department of Biological Sciences. He says their new equipment will not only change the way students learn, but help them learn more efficiently.
The imagery on here is derived from actual cadavers, which is really important because everybody's sight is different. We've got tall ones, we've got short ones, we've got different. So you just get to see the different structures that you might be presented with because we're not all the same.
This type of technology replaces the need for cadavers, those who have donated their bodies to science. Daw says the tables will primarily be used by anatomy and physiology students.
And it's been really exciting for me because we've been working on this project for a little while to get it developed, and so to be able to have them here today now is really excellent. It's such a wonderful way to inspire our students as they move forward in their education.
Sarah High is a student at MSU and an ambassador for the biology department. High says she is grateful to have access to this new technology.
It is a revolutionary opportunity to be able to study the human body before I'm put in front of an actual cadaver in a medical school, to be much more familiar with the organ systems and the bone structures and everything that I'm going to have to learn and to master in medical school. To have that opportunity here is amazing and something that a lot of people don't get to have in their undergraduate education.
MSU has a total of 6 tables for students to share and study within the classroom. Telling your story in Starkville, Charity Johnson, WCBI News.
And the Anatomag tables are used globally in clinics for research and medical training. All right, we have more Sunrise Saturday on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere.
Well, thanks for sticking with us on your Saturday. 9:41 now. We actually have a bright blue sky. Live cam here, Bill Russell Ford, Columbus here. You can see we only have just a few clouds really off into the distance, but really it's absolutely beautiful. Bright blue sky. That is not the case though for all of us in the Golden Triangle. Still pretty foggy at Mississippi State where they have the homecoming game. You see really closely there, we already have some people tailgating for the game this afternoon. Around 3:15 is kickoff, so looking forward to that. Keep in mind we're going to see that mix of sun and clouds, and even if we do get some sun, it's really going to remain pretty humid. So keep that in mind. It's going to be pretty sticky out there. Not sweltering, but definitely going to feel that as you're stepping outside. We will stay dry for your weekend, but Tuesday is the next rain chance. So keep that in mind for your election day, but don't let it hinder you from getting to the polls. Temperature-wise, we're pretty mild right now. 63 in Columbus, 63 in West Point as well, but 66 in Starkville, only 60 up in Iuka, but in the 60s across the board. But look at these dew points. When the dew points are this close to the temperature, you know it is very sticky, so keep that in mind if you're heading outside today. It's going to feel humid, so we're getting a lot of that moisture in the Gulf right now, and that's causing the humidity that we are feeling as you're stepping outside. But luckily, no rain for us. A little bit around Meridian, but for us here in Columbus, Golden Triangle, even upwards of Tupelo. Nice and dry, just that cloud cover that we're seeing. We have a high of 80 today. Most of us in the southeastern region in those upper 70s to 80s, but you can see where we have less of that Gulf moisture here to our north. We're seeing those 60s and 70s, more fall-like temperatures up there. But for here, we are going to be 79 3 p.m. for the kickoff against UMass for Mississippi State's homecoming game. We'll stay 79 there by 4 p.m. and then 5 and 6 p.m. we'll see those temperatures drop off 75 around 6 p.m. as you are leaving the game. So keep that in mind. Today's high is 80. We're going to see a bit of cloud cover today. It's definitely humid. We'll be a little more mild for your Sunday, up to 83 though, with a little more sunshine. We don't see rain for your Saturday and Sunday and your Monday to start off the week. It's Tuesday though that we see that 40% chance of rain back into the picture, so keep that in mind. Grab an umbrella, grab a rain jacket as you're heading to the polls, and that really does continue for your Wednesday even into Friday, so keep that in mind. But for your Saturday and Sunday, it's really just this heavy cloud cover that is the main picture for us. So no rain in sight for your Saturday and your Sunday, but notice that rain chance off to the west. That is what's going to be bringing its way here by Tuesday, so we stay clear. Tuesday's that next rain chance. We stay in those 80s and 60s overnight.
All right, thank you, Sadie. Well, it's been the season for career and college fairs, and recently I was honored to be part of a career expo in Monroe County. We had an awful lot of high school juniors and seniors visit our WCBI table, try on some of the jackets you see me wearing on air, and they also took the microphone to get their chance to step into the role of a TV news reporter. Take a look.
My name is Justin, and here at the Career Day, with JP Fikes. What are you most interested in, sir?
Definitely ICC. Definitely.
All right, Jace Randall, what are you most interested in?
Definitely Alcorn.
Oliver Escobar, what are you most interested in?
This right here.
Okay. Xavier, what are you most interested in?
I'm gonna go everything, Justin.
Shamaj Lee, what are you most interested in?
Going to barber school.
Chloe Dean, what are you most interested in?
MSU. Can I go? Hi, I'm Haley at the career fair, and I'm here with some students, Braylon, Reagan, and Audrey, and I'm going to ask them some questions. Okay, out of all the booths here that are here, which has been your favorite?
Ole Miss.
Okay.
The U.S. Army.
Okay.
The W.
Okay.
That's it.
What major are y'all thinking about? From
Business.
Okay.
Education.
Okay.
Culinary and business.
Okay, those are all awesome.
Hello guys, my name is Abigail Corlo and I'm here at the College and Career Showcase. These are my students, Abby, Annalie, and Michelle, and I'm going to ask them a couple questions. Where are you from?
Hamilton, Mississippi.
What are you interested in doing after high school?
Elementary education.
And what is your favorite table here so far?
The W.
Okay guys, thank you. That's all I have for you today.
This is just like a survey. We go around asking questions to each booth that's around here.
Okay, you're the first one that I've seen that, but go ahead, ask me some questions.
What is a typical work day like?
So a typical work day, since I work by myself out of the Tupelo office, I plan my day, I try to plan it a day or so ahead. So I'll have my story set up, so I go and do my interviews in the morning, and in the afternoon I'm editing, putting the interview, all together with the story and the other video I shot, and we have to have it all turned in on time for the 6 o'clock news. Deadlines are really important.
Are you ready? All right, y'all. This is Carlos Lathan. I'm here with
Hope French
and
Kaylee Earls.
All right, I have some questions. How are y'all feeling today at this career fair?
Great. How about you?
Doing good.
I'm feeling awesome.
That's good. Do y'all have a specific type of career do y'all want to have so far? Do y'all want to go to?
Early childhood and military. Pediatric nursing.
Ain't there some good careers? Do y'all have anything else in mind? Y'all want to go after them?
Be great and achieve your dreams.
Hi, I'm Demaya Blair, and I'm with
Kaylee Small.
And today we are at the career fair at Amory. So I had a few questions for you. So do you think that this has helped you in any way?
I can say it has. It's given me different options for my careers and what I want to go into.
Hi, my name is Kendra Jernigan. And today I'm here with Annabelle Robertson to interview her at the Amory High School Career Fair. So, how has this career fair helped you in any way?
That's a great question. Thank you. I have really enjoyed getting to see all the different tables and stuff, and I've definitely found some tables that have talked about education, and definitely the Mississippi State Education Honors College. I talked with them, and I found out some more stuff to help with me after high school, and I definitely found it helpful.
Okay. Speaking of high school, what do you want to do after high school?
I want to go into education, to help teach little kids shape their mind to change the world.
Gabby Poole at WCBI here with Simone Verdon,
TJ,
Isaiah Smith,
Jaden Clark.
and today we are at the Career Expo Fair. How is everyone?
I'm doing great.
I'm doing good.
I'm doing amazing.
I'm doing good.
What inspired y'all to wear those fancy jackets?
I feel really stylish in this.
I feel fly.
I like the way I look.
I like to look good for the women.
And
Why you wear this?
cause you don't see how the way I look. I look
How long
good.
have you been doing this for?
98 years.
My experience has been really good. I talked to a lot of colleges and a lot of the businesses here. They gave me a lot of information that will help me in my career and a lot of my college life.
How's yours been?
It's been good. I've asked a lot of questions about cosmetology school because that's where I want to go to in the future, and they've answered most of my questions.
That's the Career Technical Facility, and we're out.
They did really good. There were more than 1,000 seniors and juniors from all over Monroe County high schools coming through that Career Expo, and some future TV reporters. All right, sports is next. Don't go anywhere. More Sunrise Saturday straight ahead.
We had quite a night of high school football last night. A lot of good scores, a lot of teams vying for playoff positions. Let's get to the highlights.
WCBI's High School Football Game of the Week is brought to you by Carl Hogan Toyota in Columbus.
Look at this 2024 RAV4 from Carl Hogan Toyota. This beauty got me to the game last night in style. You better go get yourself one, a Carl Hogan Toyota. Now on to the game of the week. Eupora hosting Choctaw County. First play from scrimmage for the Chargers. KJ Cork over the middle to Tayshawn King, and he goes all the way for 6. 7-0 before you could even blink on the first play of the game. Now Eupora punting on their first possession. Caleb Cunningham, the Alabama commit, the 5-star, takes this one up the middle. Nothing but green grass in front of him. He races to the left pylon of the end zone. Touchdown, 14-0. Not even that long into the game. Now, more from the first from the Chargers. Jeremiah Miller takes this handoff up to the right, breaks a few tackles. It would be the third Charger to score in the first period alone to make it 21-0. And it was all Chargers from then on. They would have 35 points in the first quarter alone. And the final from Eupora last night, Choctaw County 42, Eupora 12. Now checking out some other scores from around the area. Oxford blanking Lewisburg 43-0. Wow. Shutout on there. Another shutout, Louisville over Greenwood 30-0. Tough loss for Greenwood there. New Albany 29, Ripley 8. Good solid win. Noxubee County dominating McLaurin 41-3. And Winona 56, Thomas E. Edwards 28. Big points game there. And Belmont over Manatee in the game with not a lot of points, more of a Big Ten football game, 18-14. Myrtle 46, another shutout, 0 over Byers. And that is all we have for sports. We'll be right back.
And finally, on this Sunrise Saturday, I was out and about in Aberdeen doing a story on Stevens Auction 40th anniversary. Saw a crew from the Aberdeen Electric Department working hard, putting in new lights along Commerce Street. And I was honored to take a photo with the guys you see right there and let them know how much everyone appreciates their hard work. You know, Sadie, it would be tough without all of our utility workers, so we thank y'all for all that you do. We certainly depend on them an awful lot. All right, so last look at the weather, kind of foggy, muggy.
Yeah, it's humid, it's sticky for sure. And here's the good news, though. You know, if you don't like the dreary weather, you know, you're lacking the sunshine, this can be your sunshine for your weekend, is the fact that we get an extra hour of sleep tonight. So I'm really excited about this. We set our clocks back 1 hour at 2 a.m. You can set it, obviously, unless you're up at 2 a.m., you can set it back at any time. But here's what's crazy to know. We're going to see an earlier sunrise, right? So instead of the sun rising at 7 like it did today, it's going to be actually 6. So quite a bit earlier, around 6:14. But look at this sunset. It really cuts down our day. The sunset's going to be at 4:59.
Wow, 4:59. So it does seem, and then the days are shorter. This is, I was a little bit confused earlier, but this is the time change that I like because it seems like you get an extra hour of sleep. The one in the springtime always kind of throws me for a loop because you miss that hour, you know, you
spring
lose an
forward
hour
and literally
sleep.
lose an hour. It's terrible.
So if you forget somehow, and of course you can't really, you know, back in the day, you used to have to manually do all your clocks and stuff. Now, I mean, your phone resets.
It helps you out for sure.
Itself, absolutely. But still, somehow, if you forget, you're still going to be okay in the morning going to church. You're
just going to be an hour early.
That actually happened to us. We have a funny story. It actually happened to us a long time ago in Tupelo. And my wife and I got to church, and there was nobody in the parking lot.
And you're like, did we miss something?
I thought, wait a minute. And then we looked at each other, and we had not set our clocks back. So for probably the first and only time, I was really, really early for church.
You're ready to roll.
Because it's tough, you know. Are you an on-time person, or are you?
I tend to be on time, but sometimes when it comes to getting ready, Especially like
Right.
for the news and stuff, it's like and I need the extra time
understand.
to do my hair and my makeup, that type of thing. So sometimes that sets me behind. Like sometimes you just go to do your hair and it's like not curling right. Sometimes you go, to do your
Sometimes
makeup
this
and
part
it's just
doesn't
not.
do right here. Yeah.
And it feels like it
'cause-
takes longer, and then all of a sudden you're behind. So. I
But
don't
hey,
know.
we're on time today.
Yeah, we were here for your
Very good.
Saturday morning.